In this second of 3 episodes, I'll be telling you about my early career at the Montreal Opéra de Montréal. And it's really important you will see why, because this is really the base of everything that I'm still even doing today. And this is really the first major step that will lead me to create NATA PR in 2000. Bonjour, hello everyone. I'm Nata, host of the NATA PR School podcast. You're a successful entrepreneur or marketing manager and you're about to launch a new product or service, or you've been selling your goods for quite some time, but you want to learn how to increase your visibility, get known, and reach more clients? At NATA PR, we deal with real clients every day and we'll teach you simple, fun, and honest PR solutions. You'll learn easy steps to combine PR to social media right now. Keep listening and let's get started. Bonjour, hello, and welcome to episode 103 of the NATA PR School podcast. I'll be talking in this episode, it's the second of a series of 3, about my personal career, my personal stories as well. And this will answer many questions, especially my young employees and some other younger, let's say, professional who want to know how I started and why I created a public relation agency that's now been in business for more than 20 years. I know it sounds unreal even when I say it to myself. So in the first episode, which is number 102, it ends with me accepting this incredible paid internship at the Montreal Opera. For me, I remember it was a dream job where I really had this incredible opportunity to learn the ins and outs of a nonprofit organization like the Montreal Opera. And for the first few months of that internship, I had to spend 4 weeks, and sometimes more, 4 to 8 weeks, in departments where they needed help. I went from accounting, where I learned what a subsidy application is, to the box office, how to sell subscriptions, assisting the stage manager, and communications. Where other people probably would have seen this like very boring, like even working at keeping the books, if it's not a passion of yours, or working on selling tickets, opera tickets, I saw there a chance to make myself indispensable. And quickly, I became really efficient. I wanted to stay as long as possible in each department, even if it's not something I wanted to do for the rest of my life. And it didn't take me long to figure out that it was more fun to be useful and to take the opportunity to learn something. See again how learning is such a big thing for me. And so when I put myself in this state of mind, I can really learn just about anything, even if it's not something that I love or if it's not a passion of mine, of course. And I wanted to do something good and really help everybody in each of these departments, even if it was sometimes maybe boring sometimes. And I finally had the chance to spend a month, maybe more, if I think of it a little bit more, maybe, 8 weeks in the communications department under Marie-Hélène Gay, who was an incredible young, dynamic executive, marketing executive. She was a young professional, and it was in the marketing communications department that I had this, my God, my heart was just so about to explode. I was so happy to discover something that I really loved. And in those days, marketing communications department, that's way before the digital age, as you can imagine. So that's how it was called. And I learned really the basic of everything that I'm still using today. It's crazy when I think about that. was kind of a light bulb moment for me, you know, those ha moments. And I wanted to like be more involved. And after 4 exciting weeks in that department, Marie-Hélène was recruited again by the prestigious ad agency Cossette for the Quebec office. And the Montreal Opera, of course, is based out of Montreal, and she had to move. So she was going to leave Montreal for this opportunity. And I jumped at the chance and I wanted to do what she was doing. And when I think about that, I was so in this crazy state of mind. And I don't remember how I convinced her, Marie-Hélène, to support my application for this position. But she really did. She took me under her wing, and we went to see the top management at the time, the big boss at the opera. And she must have seen something in me that, you know, probably I see now in some of my employees. I see their passion, their commitment, their talent. And maybe that's what she saw. And she convinced the top manager of the opera to give me my chance, to give me the job, since I had already done part of the training. Like I knew a lot about this department because I was so passionate and so involved. Oh my God, what a joy for me. I still remember the amazing feeling that really overcame me and that I was feeling in all my body. It was joy, really. And I owe a big debt of gratitude to Marie-Hélène Gay. I say hi to Marie-Hélène today, like it's 30 years ago, probably even more than that. And she had this courage to take another woman under her wing when, you know, it was not even something that we were thinking about. You know, the famous girl power did not even exist at the time. And I spent 4 years at the Opéra de Montréal, where I like to say that I really learned the base of everything that I'm doing, even in my daily life at work. At least in terms of my career now, since public relations are the nexus of all good communications, this is where I've learned everything. I also have the advantage to understand my clients because of that, because the marketing directors that are my clients today, I held similar positions with the same responsibilities that they have today. So, and I was a marketing and communications director for at least a decade before creating my agency in NATA PR in 2000. So I do understand. I have this advantage of really being able to see our work with their eyes. And I often say that I can tell them what they don't know about what we do, and I can explain it to them. I can't really recall those thrilling and demanding years without thinking of Jacques Sauvé. This man was just an incredible, you know, these knight that comes in your life and really are there to help you. He was the right hand of the head of BCP, a large ad agency at the time that now belongs to, they kind of merged with this incredible group called Publicis that still exists today. And Mr. Sauvé was a real gentleman. Like you probably will never meet one today. I don't know if this still exists. Was really a super intelligent man. He was calm, always super elegant. And at a time when advertisers were all super stressed and operated only with, at super high speed, he always seemed to have like a lot of time in front of him. And oh my God, what a man. Jacques Sauvé was really like the complete opposite of, what we, I don't know if it's still like that today, but I know, everything has to be done even so quickly. It would be having someone like Jacques Sauvé was just amazing, and having the chance to work with him and create campaign with him. It was always like super cool. and so kind. So thank you for all these years where you really took me also under your wing, Jacques Sauvé, and we developed together campaigns for the Opéra de Montréal. So the season, all the advertising ads. Oh my God, I created so many things. I had some ideas, and it was so good at helping me create the visual, find the idea, how to present. And my first big idea was I wanted to create a public event. I called it the Opéra dans la rue, so opera in the street, opera in the street. And I also created the first club for young adults called Opera 1835. So for the 18 years, 35 years old. And oh my God, when I think about that, it's crazy. I got the opera's first telemarketing campaign. Actually, I did that with Marie-Hélène Gay. And we worked on that together. It was the first telemarketing campaign. Oh, can you imagine? Because before that, we could only send by mail, and we were mailing and waiting to receive checks and, to sell the whole season to people. So this was totally new at the time. Imagine that. And I know that the first campaign was extremely successful. We were almost sold out. I love the years I spent working there at the opera. Even if you think about the workplace today, we would probably consider it a little toxic, but we didn't even know back then. But that's not the point of this podcast, and it's so much more interesting and so much more fun to look back on what I've learned and how I made some choices. And I'm telling this because I know if you're at the beginning of your career, if it's your case, sometimes, stay open and learn things that, you don't even know if you're going to be liking it. But it's like when you try new things, this is when something extraordinary might happen. And this is where I learned, as I told you, the basis of everything, that it's the foundations of my personal and my working life, really. And it was also during those 4 years that I built my network. I really started building my network, and some of the people that I met back then, that's over 30 years, became friends, and I'm still in contact with them. I think of my friend Yves Bergeron, who was a radio producer that I met, and we're still friends today. Isn't that crazy? I was already also a member of some associations, was part of the Junior Chamber of Commerce. And this is what I tell my young employees all the time. And I'm even telling them I'm going to pay for the fee. If you need to subscribe, I'm going to pay for that. But become a member of these young associations because you're going to meet incredible people. I even remember I even met someone who was starting his career in insurance, and he sold me a life insurance policy that I still have. So imagine that. So it goes so far. Like I was 25 years old when I bought this life insurance. So you can imagine how little money it cost me. I kept it. So it was a good investment at the end. So yes, so that's the best way if you want to really create your network, take advantage of it. So you represent a company. I was representing the Opéra de Montréal, so it was great fun for me. In the next episode, I will tell you about the other 6 years. So Opéra de Montréal represents kind of 4 years of my career, and then another 6 before I founded NATA PR. So I will tell you everything that led really to founding NATA PR. So I hope you've enjoyed this little, let's say, brief look at my story. It's kind of a history break. It's different than what I normally do. And I hope you'll be joining me next week. À la semaine prochaine. Hey, you want to learn more about how to implement PR strategies? Head on to natapr.com and get on our list. You will also receive the NATA PR model on how to create a successful PR campaign. If you want to become a client, just send us an email to nata@natapr.com. Talk to you next week. À la semaine prochaine.